Sunlit Nightmare by KI Simpson. John Weldon isn't one of the better known names in animation, hence the reason why I've never heard of him before, but those who saw his rather dark animated shorts tend to remember him. A Canadian, Weldon is best known in the United States for his shorts that aired on Cartoon Network's compilation show, Oh Canada. His best known short is the disturbing To Be, a cartoon dealing with the ethics of cloning and individual existence. Other examples of his working are The Lump, a bizarre story about a growth deformity changing a man's life for the better, and Special Delivery, which dealt with murder, adultery, and even had full frontal nudity. Despite what he had got away with, there was one short Weldon made that only a few people have seen or heard of, Sunlit Nightmare. The exact year it was made isn't known, but indications point to the early or mid-1980s. Weldon had suddenly started to show signs of narcolepsy, falling asleep suddenly at work. He would wake up screaming and refuse to say anything about what he had been dreaming about. When he wasn't asleep, he worked with feverish devotion on a new animated short, the aforementioned Sunlit Nightmare. Skilled at nearly every aspect of animation, Weldon made the entire short himself, or at least seemed to. He said his newest short was for children, something to air in between shows on kids' networks. He showed it to some executives at his company who were terrified and couldn't believe Weldon wanted to show it to children. Weldon didn't seem to care and went to work on another project as his narcolepsy had disappeared. It isn't clear what happened to the original copy of the short, but Oh Canada somehow got a copy and aired it one night in the summer of 1999. Recently, someone who apparently recorded this sole airing uploaded it online and the short was finally seen. The short began with a pure black screen. There was no title. What sounded like a small boy was singing, "The shadows at night don't scare me. The sounds in the dark I can let be. Then I close my eyes and let the darkness come, but the fear isn't there until I feel the sun. I can't tell which one is real. I can't tell apart the feel. Of the nightmares in my head, I don't understand how I'm not dead." After the song, the short transitioned to a small boy in a living room. The animation was very simple. The boy and the furniture were drawn in a squiggly style by a black pen. The background and non-outlined parts of the objects were paper white. The boy was nervously looking around the room and was very jittery. While he looked, there was a voiceover. "I used to be afraid of the dark. I would stay up all night, afraid of the monsters that were hiding in the shadows. One day, I was tired from not sleeping the night before. I lay down on the couch and thought I could sleep when it was sunny out. I had the scariest dream ever. I couldn't even remember it all. All I could remember was that a beam of sun was shining on me when I woke up. Ever since then, I haven't been afraid of the dark." The boy kept looking, and the view changed to behind the couch. A glob of black clay was behind it. Real clay. It started to grow and turn into some kind of insect or spider. When it was taller than the couch, it jumped out from behind and started chasing the boy. They ran through several rooms of the house. The drawing quality of the rooms improved with each new one until they were in a bedroom against a live-action, completely frozen backdrop. The monster cornered the boy, grew a gigantic mouth, and swallowed him. The next part is hard to describe. Sorry about that. It was all claymation. Clay insects, people, and the transforming shapes were dancing, warping and morphing. It was very fast-paced, but the music was very slow, playing entirely on high-pitched bells. The boy eventually fell out of one of the shapes. He was curled up in fear, sobbing. The view shifted back to the room from the beginning of the short. The boy was lying on the floor, a yellow beam of sunlight shining on him. The singing started again. "Every day, it's the exact same thing. The monsters roar and bite and sting. No one is home. No one can help me. I wish I could leave, but outside I see the burning dry glare, the brightness in the air. I used to fear the dark, but now I'm the only one who has to deal with an endless, hopeless fear of the sun. I fucked that up. So that was Sunlit Nightmare. What do I have to say? It's not badly written. I just don't find it scary, to be honest. Like, I can understand the premise would be slightly unnerving, but I don't really get what it is. It's not scary. At least I don't think it is. But then again, I've read a lot of creepypasta, and I've read some that were like, well, legit scary. This honestly just isn't one of them. But still, it's not bad. And I would suggest you read it sometime. Now, I tried looking up this particular fanfic, particularly see if I could find the video. I couldn't really find anything, so it probably doesn't actually exist. But I'm gonna have to check out some of John Weldon's works. I guess if I had some of that familiarity, I might have more of a context behind this. But if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. God bless. Peace, Pacham, and bye.